Okay, hello everybody. Hope you can hear me. A warm welcome to the program and also wish you a happy new year. Those who can hear me, can you please give a thumbs up or anything like maybe you can switch on your camera also so that I can see you. It won't be very boring. And then, so those who are comfortable may please switch on their camera. Thanks for confirming. Okay, great. We are expecting some more people to join in. However, since we have already waited for a couple of minutes for everybody to join, we can proceed. Okay, so first of all, welcome to this virtual internship program of NAI. And it's really great to have you here in this batch of January 2022, the first batch of this year, definitely. And I welcome you from NAI as well as the knowledge partner of NAI, the Sparks Foundation also. The agenda here is to give you a brief about the program. We will not go into much detail about the projects that we will do tomorrow. Uh, and also the project list will also be shared with you later on. Today, we are just trying to understand, get familiar with each other. Okay, we just I want to understand you and also to give you a brief about the program, how it progresses and what projects you will be working on, depending on your choices. And maybe what will be the training sessions when we will conduct training sessions. All these things we will discuss today. But we will pay more focus on your requirements, your expectations, and to understand you, so that if we need some other customization in the training, we can do that as per your requirements. And we can also see that, okay, how many hours of training would require or what help you would require. Okay. To begin with, first, I am Pranav Dubey. You can call me Pranav or Dubey, whatever you are comfortable with. I am a data scientist and business intelligence specialist by profession. I am a social and technology entrepreneur also. A couple of you have done some, maybe aware of the Sparks Foundation. Uh, that was something that I had started a couple of years ago. 2018 actually we started it. And currently I'm involved into training, data science training in Asia Pacific region. So currently I am based in Singapore, and here I give training to corporates as well as college university students on data science, apart from working on my other projects. And hence I will be your trainer for BI tools. So whatever tools we are going to cover into this program, into this internship, this training program, your BI tools related trainings I will conduct. For some other training, we will have some external trainers also. For example, job readiness trainings, as well as for some machine learning, deep learning trainings. We will have some external trainers also. I would like to know more of you, and hence a couple of questions, since the number may go up here, the participants. And to save time, I would request you to just go through this question. So I'm just coming up on the slides. You can answer, or you can just use annotation mark, or you can answer in chat which country you are from, like where you are located right now. I understand that most of you are from India, but also in enrollment form, I got the profile of the learners, and I got to know that many of you are from, some of you are from US, some of you are located in, one person is from Hungary, also UAE. Okay. So yes, please answer it, or maybe you can. Okay. So Rajiv, Vinaya from India, Hussain Hassan from UAE. Okay, great. Ronoj, India. Okay, okay.
Hi,
Earlier
sir.
mail. Hello.
Hi, sir. Myself Shivangi. Basically, I'm from India, but right now I'm in Canada.
Okay, okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, it must be morning. So thanks for joining us. So sorry for the trouble of the time zones. Those who are from
No, that's
different time
fine. I
zones.
just came back from my work. It's fine.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Fine.
Vamsi from Germany. Germany, I believe it's 7 hours behind. So must be 2:30, around 2:30 in the morning. Okay.
Hi, Pranav. Yeah, it's 2:30 in the afternoon.
Okay, okay, great. And Johar Orabe, I believe if how should I call you? What should is the correct pronunciation? I'm not very good with the names, so you can help me. What
Yeah,
should I call you?
yeah. You can call me to her, please.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Johar. And you are
Nice to meet
from
you too.
the okay, okay, great. And then we have Prerna also from India. Okay, thanks everybody for sharing. Why I asked you these questions because I wanted to know about the time zones. According to that, we try to change the training timings. So usually, like earlier, we used to have training sessions at around um 8 p.m. IST because most of our learners were from India. But then there were some people who were from Australia and New Zealand. For them, it was already past midnight. So we moved to 7 p.m. And um, most probably we will on weekdays we will have our training sessions at around 7 p.m. only. So most of you will be able to and you will be able to like attend the training sessions or the outclassing sessions. But in case there is some issue, we will provide you the recordings also. And 24/7, you can ping me on WhatsApp. So, so to get the resolution of your queries. Okay. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Something about your background, academic background and passing year. So, formal sciences could be like computer science or mechanical science, these things, anything. Natural sciences are physics, chemistry, bio, mathematics. Social sciences, history, geography. You are graduates of history, geography, and political sciences. Profession can be law, medical. Humanities can be arts. So any arts or language. So which your highest qualification is into which degree, or maybe you can just mention your degree, your highest qualification. So like uh, you are from commerce background, BTech background, engineering or arts. I am from arts background. My graduation was in arts, but then I did my master's in finance marketing and also another master's in data science. What about you? A BE, okay. Mathematics, great. Natural sciences currently pursuing PD, PGDCA. I believe it's computer applications. Communication engineering, great. Engineering,
We
electrical
can speak
engineering.
also, sir.
Sorry?
We can like speak, right?
Yeah, sure. Anything, whatever you are comfortable with. Either mention in chat or you can just speak up. Yeah.
Okay. So I did my Bachelor of Computer Applications, MSc Computer Science, and right now I'm pursuing my study in Artificial Intelligence and Data Science in Canada.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
You are already working kind of you have academic exposure to data science. Great then.
Yeah, it's my end only. It's just my internship will be starting or professional certification I'll be doing in the last semester.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Yes.
Okay, then we have Hujefar doing MBA. Okay, um, Anu BE, Bachelor of IT. Okay, MA Economics. Okay, BBA with Business Analytics. So you may have some exposure to BI tools, Ronoj. We will discuss that. Prerna, you are from MA Economics, okay? OMC BTech in Computer Science, currently pursuing Masters in Computer Science. That's great. Mechanical Engineering, MTech in Engineering, Diploma in Data Science. So Devasis, you also have, OMC, you also have the exposure to data science also. Great to know. Okay, and what about your professional experience? Do you have any working experience? If yes, how many years of experience you may have? Or if currently you are working somewhere, so you can mention that also. Worked as IT analyst for 4 years, okay. Fresher, okay, great. Others? Okay, fresher. Okay, okay. Uddhav, you are working as application developer, so like software application developer you are working in, okay. Okay, Johar, you are in data science, 1 year experience. Working as academic associate for, okay. RPA developer, okay. Okay, those who have some working experience, like, so we'll start with Shivangi. Shivangi, you are working as an IT analyst. So what is the, like, how it's different than data science that you are going into data science field now?
So it means it's like I left like around last June.
Okay.
So yeah, so I pursued my like studies over here in Canada. I thought of going into, because now I want to be a Tableau developer basically. My focus it is on that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so IT analyst was something different, but now what I'm learning is something different, because I have learned deep learning, machine learning, Tableau, Power BI, everything. I have touched the basics. I have learned in my all semesters.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
when we are talking about Tableau developer, you want to become a Tableau developer. Have you tried this
Yeah.
Tableau learning platform? Like
Yeah, I know
Tableau has,
Tableau. I know some things about
okay,
Tableau.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, great then, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Uddhav, you are into software developer, software development, right? Yeah, application development. Like how come you want to go into data science field?
Actually, I work as an RPA developer.
Okay, RPA. Okay.
So the work is in RPA, it becomes like monotonous dealing with Excel, like similar kind of process you have to automate each and every time.
Mhm.
So data science is towards like with each data you get a new challenge. It's not
Mhm.
like something monotonous you have to work with.
Okay. Okay.
So that is why I'm looking towards that one.
Yeah, actually, that's true. That with each different data set, you get new challenges and new algorithms you may have to put in. But
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the challenge. That's the fun in
Yeah.
data science.
Yes.
Okay. Johar, you are already into data science. Okay, great. So which language you have worked on? Like, is it Python, R, or something else? Or how much exposure you have in data science at your
Yeah,
workplace?
yes. I use Python programming language for data science with some of module and frameworks like TensorFlow, Keras, and these libraries that help in building some of models or something like that.
Okay, 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 great, thanks. Vamsi, you also into RPA. By any chance, you work with Uddhav, like Udbhav? You work together with Udbhav? Vamsi, Udbhav in the same team or something like that?
No, like I have worked in IBM like from July 2018 to Jan 2020,
Okay,
and later I've come to my masters in Germany.
okay,
Um, So why data science? The answer for that question is, so from my bachelor's time, I have interest in data science, but as a fresher, I was put into RPA domain. So later, to explore my area of interest, I have come to my master's here. Now I'm doing my master's with a focus area in data science. Also, I've completed recently a project, my master's project, which is also a part of data science.
Okay, okay. And can you share which tool you were using, like which RPA tool you were using at IBM, if it's not confidential?
Yeah, I have used Blue Prism.
Blue Prism you were using. Okay, okay, great. Yeah, Blue Prism, and like I have used UiPath. The Blue Prism I didn't get a chance to use, but yes, IBM they use Blue Prism, and in other companies also where they provide their services. Good one. Okay, thanks. Vinaya, you also as a software developer, you have been working 3 years. That's a very long, like at least considerable time period. Why data science? Like why you are switching to software developer? Or like why you are moving from software development to data science?
Hello. Yeah, since years I've been working as a Java developer. So it's been monotonous and um I want to learn something new. That's why, and then recently I liked working in database and all of that. So I thought I'll try this.
By any chance, you were also involved into architecture, like software architecture or enterprise architecture?
No, no, no.
Okay, 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 no problem. Thanks. And then we have Devas 21 years. Oh, that's very long. We should definitely learn from management aspects from you. Into energy sector, general management role in power and infra. Okay, but then why towards data science?
Yeah, this may be a little crazy because see, I started my journey in professional career with power plant operation. Okay.
Okay.
So from initial period, I was dealing with data only. So data, large amount of data, but these are all structured data, that
Yes,
we
yes.
used to process, then analyze, that find the anomalies and all these things. We had to do it either manually, sometimes with the help of Excel and all these things was there. Later part, I sometimes work with power plant automation with the organization called Emerson Process Management. It's an American organization. But there I come in touch with some optimization techniques which they used to develop. The kind of operation optimization with the help of neural networks and all this, but these are very crude form of neural networks maybe 10 years back. So from then time onwards, I had that vision that I have to go into this field, but because of my professional career into that this domain, I could not live it. Then once I tried to actually join a startup and tried my hand also in this data science and machine learning little bit, and did my PG also in data science. Now actually I'm eager to go into that field because this is going so fast. If I'm doing only the academic things now, I cannot catch it. So I have to reach to that ambience so that I can, and now I can utilize my general management and technical expertise also. And if combined with the modern tools and techniques in data science and machine learning, I think I can serve a better role.
Okay, okay. Can you tell me which location, like which country you are from? Like, are you based in India?
I'm from India.
Okay, okay. And why did I ask this question? Because like here in Singapore, um, many retired people or many people who have spent significant time 15-20 years they have spent in a profession, and then they are switching to data science. There are two reasons, because first thing that they also see the potential of data science, and the second thing that government also provides some stipend, so they pay them to study. So that's also happening, but it's really great to see that someone who had a very long business understanding, very significant time spent in a profession, and then coming to a different one, looking at its potential. Um, daring one. Thanks for
Yeah,
sharing.
really, it is really, I also feel sometimes that, and when I discuss with my say, seniors and friends, they also used to tell me that maybe not the right time to switch over. But because I think that without this, without these tools and techniques, in future, we'll not be able to actually sustain in our domain itself. So
That's true.
though the core industry is not taking the help of this knowledge right now intensely, but in near future they have to.
Definitely.
So it is required.
Yeah,
So
I also agree with this. I also believe that in coming years, only finance, software, and data science will
yes,
survive.
yes,
Other industry, because I have also seen. I have not much experience, but in my past 6-7 years of working experience, I have worked on projects with various companies from various industries, and everywhere they are talking about data only, either automation or some BI tools or data science only. Uh, that's a common thing that I have observed here. But
yeah.
thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing it.
Thank you, thank you.
Hussein, you have 2 years of experience in technical support, telecommunication, 2 years food delivery, dispatching, and logistics. Okay, so I believe that you want to like kind of upskill yourself to data science, right?
Yes, Pranav, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, I wish you have a new year and have a grateful day today. Nice to have you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I have 2 years of experience at Vodafone as a technical support engineer. Then I moved to Talabat, Talabat or Delivery Hero, as a
Yes.
dispatch coordinator now for 2 years and more than 2 years now. Then I decided to get into the data analytics field because I love to work with data and numbers and so on. So I started to learning some new skills like Excel, SQL, and now I'm aiming to practice Tableau with you in this VIP.
Okay, great to hear. Now I know where where you will be focusing on. Thanks for sharing. Everybody, when coming to this, like you see, VIP program is for data scientists, those who want to become data scientists, those who want to become data analyst, and also business analyst. I will come to that question later on. But any BI tool that you have used, BI means business intelligence, and could be this Microsoft is for Power BI. So Microsoft Power BI, Tableau, ClickView, any of these, or like even Excel, if you have used, Excel is not mentioned here. Although Excel is a very powerful tool, we do not consider it as a BI tool. Any of these tools you have used, like in academics, I believe that couple of you mentioned that you have worked on Tableau, on Power BI, also Excel also. But in general, other people, those who didn't mention it earlier, any tool that you have used? Okay, so Shivangi says Tableau and Power BI, and she also mentioned earlier that she's good at it. Great. Okay, Power BI, Tableau, Excel, Excel, Microsoft, Electrix also. Okay, great. Alteryx. Then Tableau, Excel, Power BI, Excel. Okay. Okay, great. Because we will be covering these 3 tools. So we will cover Excel, we will cover Tableau, and we will also cover Power BI. These 3 tools we are going to cover, and our Power BI project, actually that's since it's a training cum internship program, so many of the projects that we have divided into different parts. Some projects are actually our training projects. Most of them are actually our training projects only. And for Microsoft Power BI, the content has been developed by Microsoft only. So that content as it is, we are also sharing as a training partner, as a member of their partner network. We are sharing the content as authorized partner. Yeah. Okay, thanks for sharing. And when it comes to programming language, so some of you are from application development background. Others also, those who are from data science also, which all languages you have used? SQL, okay. Python, SQL, Python, and R. Okay. Python, Java, MATLAB, C, C++, Python, SQL. Okay. Java, SQL. No basic programming of Python and SQL. Okay. Python, Java, or SQL basic concepts. Okay. 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 Thank you for sharing. And those who have worked on Python, or at least I believe you have already mentioned, a couple of you have mentioned that, okay, you worked in AI field, or at least you have academic exposure to it, AI, machine learning, or deep learning. We have some projects based on ML and DL, and we will also see that there is a very big project that we are introducing with this batch, and like in this month we are introducing, and you will be kind of one very big and real, very unsupervised, that will be unsupervised project. We will let you do experiments, and after the training we will let you do the experiments and see how you are going with it. Okay. You mentioned that you want to go into data science, but when in general we talk about data science, we take a very broader aspect, like a very wide set, you can say. Usually people do not know if they want to go, if they are interested into just BI tools, business analytics, or really data science. So what is your expected career path here? Okay, data engineer or data scientist, data analyst. Okay, I will just mention a couple of differences, those who are not very clear with it. Data engineers are mostly involved into data warehouse, data architecture. And if you know other programming language, not Python and R, if you know Java, C, application development, then you can go into data engineering side. Otherwise, you will have to learn those things. Data scientist should be good in mathematics, should be good in data science algorithms like machine learning, deep learning, and also a very basic knowledge of other programming language like Java, C, these things. I mean, they should have basic knowledge of architecture as well as the machine learning algorithms, deep learning algorithms. Data analysts are, the task of data analysts are a little easier than data scientists. Data scientists are kind of back-end guys. You will not know that who are data scientists in your company. Maybe they will work during night, or like very, very silent people. Data analysts are mediator between data scientists and business analysts. So data analysts usually what they do basic analysis, they do basic EDA, exploratory data analysis, or creating charts and these things. And kind of they try to fulfill the requirement of business analyst and data scientist together. So they are kind of mediatory between these two. They also work on data cleaning, but not into very mathematical one. They will not go into mathematics of any concept. And business analysts are the people who help decision makers take decisions. So they should have a big, very good understanding of business or business domain. They should have, even if they do not know machine learning algorithms, that's fine. They should have business understanding. It's easier job, but more like client facing, or you can say, so in a company as a business analyst, if you are a business analyst, then your clients can be anybody, either your customers or your managers, to who you are giving the presentation or to who you are explaining that what the problem with our sales, our profit, why it's going down, and what we can do. So as a business analyst, you will analyze the data which has been collected, prepared by data scientists, and further worked upon by data analysts. Okay, as a business analyst, you will just add your knowledge to the trends, to the charts, and maybe you will suggest something that, okay, no, we should do some, like instead of bar chart, we should create a line chart, or instead of doing a time series analysis, we should do percentage of like shares of sales in different years, something like that you will suggest. And then you will decide that, okay, how we can use those charts, how we can use those information in a business decisions. So that's a business analyst. Data analyst, kind of, they do little bit of data cleaning, little bit of creating the charts. Basic mathematical knowledge is required here. Data scientist, a strong mathematical knowledge, yeah, and very strong machine learning and deep learning concepts. And now we have so many of you have mentioned that you want to go as a data scientist, or I know you have mentioned data analyst and data engineer. Okay, as a data engineer, like I mentioned, that you should know like some other programming languages also, which are used to build IT infrastructure, software infrastructure, or enterprise infrastructure. So you should have knowledge of like Java, C, C++, these languages, which are not covered into this VIP program. Okay, so your data analyst side we can cover, but we cannot cover your data engineer side. So if you have working knowledge on that, it would be a great combination for you. Anu, you also, Vinaya and Anu, you both have mentioned like this. Others, data scientists, some are data analysts also. Okay. Okay, and then some want to go into business analyst. So I will suggest you focus on BI tools into these programs. Okay, no need to cover everything. Just focus on what you want to do, and accordingly you can cover. Okay, how many of you have watched these movies, or which movies? Imitation Game is comparatively the newer movie, so many of you may have watched it. None of them. Okay. I had also I have watched only 2, actually 3 now, because I recently watched Minority Report. Moneyball you have watched, and Imitation Game, none. Okay, Imitation Game, Moneyball, none of them. Moneyball, okay. Okay, those who have watched this movie, I believe that you can relate how. So Imitation Game is more about AI, or more of yeah, AI, I would say. Minority Report is something about predictions that we do in machine learning. All machine learning concepts, all algorithms are mainly used for predictions. Now, those predictions can be about a numerical data, or can be used for categorizing something. For example, this is a male, this is a female, this is a car, this is a motorbike. So, but again, we are trying to predict looking at one input. Minority Report, although it doesn't use a data science into it, but it does data processing, and it shows how predictions can be done. Transcendence is basically something that I will have to rewatch to understand it in a better way. But here also they have used like they have used AI and data only. Moneyball, those who have not watched, I would recommend you watch it, and you will see that how in real life data has been used in sports analytics. Yes, like Udbhav has mentioned, Moneyball is about data-related decision taking. So actually, they have done it 20 years, 25 years ago. How sports management or team management, how team management did some analytics, data-related analytics, and tried to improve the performance of their team members. So you can try this out. Yeah. Okay, moving forward. Thanks for everybody. Thanks everybody for sharing all the information and making it interactive. I will move to a brief about VIP, the virtual internship program. Like I mentioned, that it's a training cum internship program. What happens that we provide training for the tools or the skills being used in a specific project. And some projects are kind of 100% training, and some projects are kind of data from certain clients or certain companies. Okay, so you will get exposure to all, and so you can take it as a training, as an internship, or as both, up to you. Sometimes we have observed that students, those who are currently studying, they do not get time because college says that, okay, you have to go into a full-time internship. So to help them with this like this decision whether to go for this training or not, we have combined this training cum internship so that they can take approval from their colleges also for the internship, and they can work on all the projects. So there will be specific skills on which you will get the training through different modes. Now, what are the modes? I will come on that. And training certificates will be provided for the skills, although certificates are not very important, but still these are just add-ons in our CV, especially when you are a fresher, right? So for each skill, like for example, Power BI, Tableau, for each of those, we will provide a training certificate. And at the end, when you complete your internship, you will get an internship certificate as well. And the content will be from, so some content like training will be provided from TSF. So there will be trainers like I run TSF. I'm representative of TSF here as a knowledge partner. We provide training in AI, in NAI programs. There will be some content from Microsoft, for example, Power BI. The entire content has been developed by Microsoft only, and as authorized partner, we are sharing it. Then LinkedIn Learning. So there will be some courses which, like, there will be some links also. So what we have done, we have combined live training. I will come on that actually. We have combined some e-learning. So e-learning can be online resources also. So we have some content from LinkedIn Learning, Microsoft, TSF, or open source also. So we have seen that, okay, some YouTube videos are also good. So for additional learning, we have added it as a resource. Okay, we are not asking you to just watch the public videos, but as an additional resource we have added. So after training, we will also suggest you to go through these videos at least once, and to widen your experience, your knowledge. So, and why it's important? Because it helps in understanding the theoretical concepts. Then we will have live training. So usually at 7 p.m. IST, we will have the training sessions on weekdays. On weekends, we can have a longer session also, 3 to 4 hours. Or maybe we will break it down to 2 hours, something like that, for for stats, machine learning, and deep learning programs or projects. And there will be some industry practitioners. So there will be a trainer from India. I'm from Singapore, and there is one more from Singapore. We will see that who is available, and accordingly we will assign you the trainers, and also from Malaysia as well. There will be some workshops that we plan to conduct, at least one workshop, and job readiness sessions, at least 2 job readiness sessions we try to do, especially for the freshers. Because to be frank, when we get applications, like when I get applications of like job applications, I see there are many mistakes. Many candidates, I'm sure that those who are freshers here or those who were freshers earlier, you can relate it to it. Sometimes we do not give a subject in email. Sometimes we do not write anything, just add subject and PFA. Please find attached and then attach our CV. These are not right approach to apply for jobs. And such emails usually go into junk. Yeah, so we will have some job readiness sessions also, just to give you a brief about how we should apply, and also from recruiter side. So we will have a recruiter and who has experience on job portals like Naukri.com, timejobs.com, and they will guide you that how a recruiter filter the job applications. And then we will have doubt clinic. So this is conducted every alternate day. So usually what happens in WhatsApp group, any doubt you ask in WhatsApp group, I will be there to answer if nobody else is answering. So I will wait for some time that other interns and other people are also able to answer. We really promote peer learning. So we want others also to help, but if there is a question which nobody knows, then I would step in and answer it, or we will discuss it in the doubt clinic session. So there is a question in which you need to share your screen. So in that case, you can we will have doubt clearing sessions. Usually we try to do every alternate day. Now, if you have a doubt, we will cover the doubt, or we will bring a training session into doubt clearing sessions. So that we try to do. Like I mentioned that all BI tools, I will give you training on those BI tools. For example, Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL. So those sessions will usually start with 7 p.m. Yes, 7 p.m. IST. It will start. For me, it will be 9:30 p.m. For you, it will be, I think, morning, around 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning. If you are into EST, depending on the location, yeah. So 7 p.m. IST will be there. And in case you are not able to attend, no worries. Okay, no other time slot we have mentioned, because then the training will be like twice, we will have to go through the same thing. So instead of that, what we have done, if you are able to attend the training session, please attend, or we will provide you with the recording, and we will be able to answer anything on the WhatsApp group. So you will be added into a WhatsApp group. If you have any question, any doubt, you can ask, and we will be able to answer it over there. Or whenever you get time, or maybe when you are available on weekends also, you can ask. Sometime it happened that like in past, it has happened that like there was an intern. She was from EST time zone, and then she had some issue, and she was not able to join the training sessions at 7 p.m. IST because she was also working and then studying, so not able to join in. So see, I woke up at 5 p.m. Singapore time and then conducted a session for her. So if there is some extreme case, you need my help, I'm open to that. I'm open to help you over there in any or timing. but our training sessions on weekdays will be at 7 p.m. only, because most of the interns are from India time zone, or it's feasible for others also, those who are into other time zones also. Yeah. But on weekends, our training sessions, we will ask you, and then accordingly we will decide the time. We will ask your preference. And the projects are on which tools we will be getting training on. So these are the projects here. We have 3 projects which will focus on visualization and storytelling. On Microsoft Excel, like creating dashboards using pivot tables. Micro will also be covered in the training, but not in the project. Like if you want to learn Micro, you can let me know. I will cover that in the training, but we have not included that into a project. Power BI, this is recommended for everybody. Why? Because visualization is something that we all should know, even if you want to go into data engineering side or data science side. This content, Power BI, has been the training content here has been developed by Microsoft only, and a very good one. From starting to end, step-by-step process they will they have given, and how you can create a powerful dashboard, or how you can interpret any chart. So I would suggest you go with it. But when you get the project list, like tomorrow you will get the project list, and tomorrow also we will discuss more into the projects. Then you can ask specific questions that you may have here. Also Tableau, so you can use Tableau Public or Tableau, the Tableau Desktop also. If you have, you can use it. Data reporting analysis with TSQL. So this is part of SQL language or SQL, and T is Transactor SQL. This is by Microsoft, since some of our contents data sets are by Microsoft only. That's why we are using TSQL. TSQL is used by Microsoft. Now SQL or SQL language is the common base is SQL or SQL. On the top of it, there are many different variations like TSQL, ProSQL, then we have MySQL, NoSQL. There are many variations, but the basic is the same. Then we have essentials of Python programming. Those who are absolute beginners to Python programming, we will learn all about basics. We have data manipulation, where we will work on data cleaning, working on pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, using Python. Then we have some stats. So we will learn about hypothesis testing mainly, because hypothesis testing we use quite a lot in machine learning. So we will learn this. Then we have ML for predictive analytics, and then we have DL, deep learning. And so these 3 projects actually will be conducted, the training will be conducted on weekends. Because these are some advanced topics, and also we have an external trainer who will come for this, and we will cover these things into weekends. However, the basic idea about machine learning concepts, those who are new to machine learning, we will cover that on the weekdays only. So we will see about it when we are going into detail and when we are covering the basics. Everything will be updated into WhatsApp group, and you will be informed in advance before the session. And we have data analytics using R. So this is for R programming. This we added just last month. Data analytics using R, then data visualization, this manipulation and visualization, and Power BI. These are completely, like you can say, step-by-step guidance have been given. So these are complete training programs in which you may not require a live training. Okay, like step 1, do this, step 2, do this. Still, we will have doubt sessions for these things, for these 3 projects. Last one, job market analysis. This is a client project. This is kind of advanced, unsupervised. So these all are supervised projects on which you will get training or for which we will have doubt sessions. But this is kind of unsupervised. Here we will just judge, we will just do evaluation. Okay. This is limited basically. Why? Because we want people to have worked on at least one data visualization and these 3 projects. If you have worked on these 3, maybe you can go ahead with job market analysis. So we provide data set since it's a client project, and like for this we will have some other agreement signed, non-disclosure agreement actually we will have to sign for this project. And you try to complete at least one visualization tool, a stats and ML project, not DL, ML. So these 3, because these 3 skills are required into this project. And this is a live project. If you are very good at it, then you may get a chance to like work with us. For here also, those, especially those who are freshers. So NAAI from time to time, it also hires people, and it prefers to hire someone who had an internship, because you know the company, and we would also have some assessment criteria for you. So how you have performed in your projects, how active you are, and how committed you are. I will not talk about the commitment here, because if you are studying, then we don't want your commitment focused on this internship. But what is your efficiency? What is the quality that you are giving here in your work? That's what we will look into if you are applying for a position. And definitely, if there are 2 candidates, one from external candidate and one from internship, then the company would prefer to go ahead with the intern. So on this data set will be provided to you later on, maybe in the middle of the month. But for these projects, the data and the starter codes for the trainings, it will be provided tomorrow. And tomorrow evening also, we will have a discussion on the projects one by one. So what to expect next? Basically, orientation email you have already received. This you will receive tomorrow, and please join in. Project list document you will also receive, and then we will discuss on it. So tomorrow also 7 p.m. IST, we will have a discussion on it, on the projects. So you just give a read to the projects, and any question that you may have, we can discuss it. Tentative training schedule. This we will see if we are sharing it. Otherwise, usually what we do, we inform in WhatsApp group only, because every alternate day we have some training, and if there are some changes, some reschedule we are doing, we do that through WhatsApp. We inform that through WhatsApp only. Training sessions, DL and like advanced projects, DL, stats and machine learning projects. So the training for those sessions will be provided on weekends. The dates will be announced. We will ask in advance about your time preference, and then we will confirm the dates to you. Doubt clinics every alternate day, subject to queries. If there are no query, we will convert this into a training, and maybe 15 minutes we will discuss about doubts, and then remaining 45 or usually 2 hours we do when we are doing training. So 1 hour 45 minutes next we will focus on the training, and then for these we will share the dates. We will confirm it with you later on. And all sessions will be recorded and will be uploaded on our YouTube channel for you to watch. And any doubt that you may have, if you still have any doubt, suppose you are not able to attend a training session, you are stuck somewhere, even after watching the video, you are not able to get it, then no worries, ask in WhatsApp group. We will be able to answer, and if required, then we will discuss it into the doubt clinic session also. Okay, now your questions. What questions you have? Anybody? Yes, Sushan, please go ahead.
Okay, Pranav, I have some question about the project
Okay.
slide. Can I participate in 2 projects at the same time?
Okay, can you work on 2 projects at the same time? Yes, you can. So here, the project submission is something like uh, you can submit whenever you want, and usually the deadlines are the the last Sunday of the month. Uh, so what you can do actually, you can work on all projects actually, and you can choose which project you want to work on. You want to work on one, so suppose Excel you are working on, and then Power BI also, you can do that. We will provide you training like in this sequence. So first we will go ahead with Excel, then Power BI, then Tableau or SQL. And sometime it happens that we also change here the sequence. Maybe what happens, suppose in the second week we want to provide training for stats, our trainer is available. So what we do, we skip SQL, we switch, we like push it to second week, and then in the first week we do this. So that will be done. However, you are free. Suppose you already know Excel. So I'm taking just an example. In Excel, what we cover, we do some text functions, some numerical functions, mathematical functions also, creating pivot tables, slicers, charts, dashboards, and data protection in Excel. These things we definitely cover. Apart from this, if you have any question, we cover that also. Now, if you already know these things, then no need to work on Excel. You move ahead with Power BI if you want to learn Power BI. If you don't want to learn these 3 things, you can skip this. You can work from here. However, the training will be in probably into this sequence also. It's not like that I will not answer your question. If I am giving training for this and you are asking questions from TSQL, I will answer it. However, it may not be very convenient to others, and that's why you can ask me independently, in privately, you can ask me via WhatsApp.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. We have to work on any one of the projects out of these, rights. Okay, to get internship certificate, you have to complete at least one project. For your learning, there is no limit. You want to work on all these projects, you can. You have your own data set. Suppose you are working in a company and they have given you some data and you want to explore that. You can do that also, but make sure that you have a non-disclosure agreement with the company. Do not share any private data with us. We will not share any private data with you. Okay. So make sure that you are also following the policies of your company, or suppose you come up with some idea that, okay, should we do this? Like right now, while talking to you people initially, now when it came to when there was a mention of Blue Prism RPA, now I'm thinking that we should also include UiPath. So maybe if not in this month, maybe in next month I will include UiPath also. It's a very good RPA tool and free tool. I believe people, those who are interested into RPA, they can learn UiPath. We will see if we can include this into this month or next month, but we can do that. So there's no limit how many projects you are working on. You can work on all. You can work on 1 or 2. You can focus on only what you want to learn. Suppose you want to learn on only Python and machine learning, then you focus on here. Only these Python and stats, machine learning, deep learning, you focus on here only. No need to go here. But like when I asked you, what is your career expectations, like aspirations? Do you want to go into data science, data analysis, or business analyst? Now, those who answered business analyst, I strongly recommend you learn Excel, Power BI. Tableau also you can learn, but pay more focus on Power BI. This is the most popular BI tool. It's free actually, and not much difference with Tableau. Tableau is paid version you will have to take, or you have to use Tableau public. if you are using Tableau Public, there are some interesting features which will not be there into Tableau Public. So all those things you can use, you can learn from, like you can use Excel and Power BI. Those who are going for BI tools, those who want to become data analyst, at least learn one visualization tool out of these three. I would again recommend Power BI. Then go for Python. These two, 1, 2, and 3. And those who want to go into data science, focus on machine learning, deep learning. BI, data analyst people, you can also focus on SQL, because you'll open any job description of data analyst, you will see two common things. Like in most of them, you will find Excel and you will find SQL. Most common you will find this into data analyst job description. So you can go ahead with this, and we will have training sessions for this. Okay, I have a question. What is the scope of Tableau? The scope is, again, potential is great. The only problem is that Tableau is not free. If you are using Tableau Public, still you will learn many things, but you cannot use it for a private data or okay, those who are a student, you can go to actually, you can apply for a free license of Tableau Desktop. 1 year academic license you will get for Tableau Desktop, and you can use it. So if you can get the license, go for Tableau project also. Potential is very good for Tableau as well as for Power BI. I would not suggest that, okay, this is better and this is, you should go ahead with this or not this. What I am saying, that Power BI content has been developed by Microsoft only, and that's why I'm recommending it. The content here is step-by-step process developed by Microsoft. Tableau potential is very high, also very good tool. But if you learn any of either of this one tool, you will be good. But if you are focusing on only, like suppose you want to go into Tableau developer field, job of Tableau developer, then you focus on Tableau. But if you want to go into business analyst side, you can focus on either of these two. I would not say that, okay, you have to focus on Power BI only or Tableau only. But I'm just saying in a general perspective that Power BI is more popular. It doesn't make Tableau less worthy, right? Okay, one question. It means we are providing training for all. We have to do at least 2 projects to get internship certificate. Okay. Okay. You complete, suppose, this project. By the end of the month, you will get a training certificate for Excel. You completed this. By the end of the month, you will get a training certificate for this also. Okay, so suppose you have completed 2 projects, you will get 2 different training certificates, one for Excel, one for TSQL. And when your internship is over, at the end of the month, you will get 1 internship certificate. So even if you have completed, suppose, all these 9-10 projects, you will get 10 certificates, training certificates, and 1 internship certificate. And you have to complete at least one. Complete at least 1 training certificate, so that one training, at least 1 project you have to submit to get a training certificate. Yeah. I believe I answered that question. Okay, any other question, anybody? Projects one by one we will discuss tomorrow also, when we share the project list. We will also talk about what are what we are going to cover in training sessions, and also how to use the resources that we have mentioned. Some of the videos which are from our partners, and there will be some videos which are like some public also, some public resources also, but we will discuss that tomorrow. Okay, will you provide us with a real data set to work or data set for other resources? Okay, this is something that we have kept open-ended for others also. You see, for this project, this is a client data, okay, internal data. For image classification and machine learning, we have acquired some data set especially for image classification. For machine learning and hypothesis testing, it's a company data, but some other company they have actually made it public now. Initially these data sets were private, but now it has become public. They have removed the confidential data and publish it on Kaggle now, so you can find the data set over there. But for these two, we have completely private data. For Power BI, the data set has been since the content has been developed by Microsoft, we are not making any changes over there. Dataset is also public, and the content is also now Microsoft has used it, so we are not making any changes into it. For Microsoft Tableau, we will use public dataset. For TSQL, we will use AdventureWorks or database on SQL Server of Microsoft. So they maintain this dataset. These are our training programs. So for training programs, we will use a public and small datasets only. Whether any software needed to install for TSQL? Yes. You have MySQL, okay. So we use actually Azure Data Studio for TSQL, and the installation part, don't worry, we will share it tomorrow. When we share the projects, we will go one by one on the projects, and we will discuss about what tools are required for which one. Yeah.
I do have a question.
Yes, Udva.
This is like, how is the project decided? And basically what is done is I work in US timings.
Yeah.
So from 7 to 9 every day I have meetings with the clients, like
Okay.
7 p.m. IST to 9 p.m. IST.
Yeah. So this is very flexible. If you are able to attend the training sessions, please attend it. Highly recommended. If not, no problem. Go with the recordings later on, or maybe if you have some basic idea and you can work on the projects on your own, you can do that. If any questions coming up, you can ask. Flexible timing, whenever you get time, you work on it. And that's why there is no limit on how many projects you are working on. So one project, if you get time, you are able to learn only one tool in 1 month. Focus on only one. If you want to focus on, for example, Power BI. Now, Power BI, it takes about 7 to 8 hours to complete. So there will be some documentation by Microsoft. You have to follow that, and we will have a briefing. And 7 to 8 hours it's going to take. Now, we cannot expect you to give 1 day on this since you are working. So you can divide, maybe 2-3 days you can give, or on 1 weekend you can try to complete it. For Microsoft Excel, we try to work on the same data set in the training, which you have to submit as a project. So if you are this Excel, this will be 4 hours, so maybe 3 or 4 hours. So in 1 or 2 days, we will cover the training. So if you are attending the training sessions, you will be able to complete the project, like 90% of it you will be able to complete. Similarly for Tableau also, data reporting TSQL, it will take around 2 to 3 hours. Those who are absolute beginners, for you it may take a couple of like maybe not 3, maybe 4 or 5 hours. And that's why I say that do not no need to focus on all projects. First focus on what you want to learn, and then focus on which projects you can complete. So there is no fixed timing about when you are working. As per your time, your convenience, you work on the projects, and the submission date we will talk about it tomorrow. Usually it's last Sunday of the month. So we will so by then you need to submit. So even if you are working in US timing, that's fine. Just make sure that you are able to complete the projects by deadline.
Sure. Only thing, like, how will the project be given? Will it be given tomorrow, or we can choose the project? Like, if I'm not able to attend the tomorrow's session because 7 p.m. you said,
Yeah.
So can I send it over the WhatsApp group saying that I want to work on this project?
Okay. So how it usually works? So via email, we will send everybody the project list. So there will be a document in which we will have the project list and data source instructions, what to do, and questions. For example, TSQL is basically business scenario. Questions are there. So so that will be there. In Power BI, you will have the step-by-step guidance. In other projects, you will have like here step-by-step. Here you will have training sessions. So for all these, there will be instructions in the document and like Google document we will share. And then you can no need to mention that, okay, I'm working on this project. Just start working. Suppose you want to start from Excel. Start from Excel. Tomorrow we are meeting for project description, project briefing. Day after tomorrow, we will start training for Excel. So our Excel training will start tomorrow. So if you are working on Excel, please attend. And if you need training, then please attend the training session. And if you are not able to attend it, then please go through the recording or the resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there no need to mention it in advance that, okay, you want to work on these all projects. Just go ahead with whatever project you want to work on, but prefer to go into this sequence because our training will also be mostly into that sequence only.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Any other question? Anybody? Okay. Again, tomorrow you will get an invitation to join WhatsApp group. There will be some people from other groups from other batches also, like previous batches. You can take their help also. Many times they also answer questions because they have worked on similar projects or like these projects. Some of them are still waiting to get this job market analysis project because, like I mentioned, that at least show your expertise on one visualization tool, one stats and machine learning on these three, so that we can like kind of we are going to send your work to our client for the approval that, okay, this associate or this intern will work on this data set. So make sure that you are giving, even if it's a public data set. Now you see, like Microsoft Excel, we will use a public data set for the training. Yeah. But all of you will give a different analysis. All of you may create a different, like different dashboards. So that's actually more important, how you are interpreting the charts, how you are communicating your findings. So try to focus on those things, try to bring quality into that, and hopefully we will learn a lot of things into this month. And in case, although not very strongly recommended, but in case you want to suppose work on these 3 projects, 4, 5, 6 projects, and you are able to work on only these 2 into this month, then you can apply for an extension for another month. Extension cannot be provided twice, so only 1 month extension can be provided. So in February, maybe you can cover other projects that you want to work on. Yeah, so that flexibility we are giving because we want you to learn, but again, do not try to grab everything. Try to pick up a couple of things, a couple of skills that you want to focus on, and from 0 to hero, try to learn everything about it. Even though maybe in the training session, 3 to 4 hours of training session, suppose in Excel. So in Excel, there are many things, there are many functions. You know, there are 471 functions or 475 plus functions in Excel. Definitely, we are not going to cover all in 3 to 4 hours, right? So we will give you a brief that, okay, where are the functions, what different types of functions are there, how to use it, in which scenario. But you have to focus as per your interest. Suppose you want to go into finance industry, you want to work into finance, then look for financial functions and try to work on those. And if you get stuck somewhere, you let me know in the doubt cleaning sessions. Yeah, so maybe we will not explore everything about any specific tool. Like in Python, you know, there are more than 12,000 functions in Python. We cannot learn all. We are human beings. So we will also share some good public resources also, so that you can refer to it later on while working. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so what I will do, so we will also share, maybe tomorrow morning you will get from admin team from tech@NAI. You will get the email of the project list. You will also get a link to this recording. I believe it is recorded. Yes, and also the link to join the WhatsApp group. You will also get a link for doubt clinic form. So usually what happens when there is a doubt in which screen sharing is required, we add some, or we want you to add some more details. So for that you will be given a doubt clinic form. You can ask questions via that also, or in the WhatsApp group also. So let's wait for tomorrow and wait for the email that you will receive after some time. Yeah. Okay, everybody. I will stop the sharing. I will also stop the recording, and this will get uploaded.